Accounts A, bonds B, contracts C, debtors D, earnings E.
Dear sir, in real letter, recent date will say, hello, George H. Jones Company, good morning. Hello, George H. Jones Company, good morning. Hello.
Market M, notes N, output O, profit P. What's the matter with you?
Matter with it? Mr. J, Mr. K wants you. What do you mean matter? Matter with what?
Matter with you.
Well, what is?
Nothing filed with it.
Well?
I'm asking ya.
Well?
Look at A, look at B. What's the matter with you?
A, popular. Hello, George H. Jones Company.
Hot dog. Why ain't it? Has it personality?
Has it have a pulse? Does it got ears?
Hot dog.
What number do you want? Oh, hello. Sure, I know who it is. Tonight? You heard me, no.
Don't you like him?
Like Mom? I do not. Well, pretty near all. What number do you want? Wrong number. Hello, hello, George H. Jones Company. Hello, hello. Memorandum, attention, Mrs. Smith, at a conference of
125, 83 3/4, 22, 83, 28,593.
Report our sales as trade T.
Yes, Mr. J. No, Miss A ain't in yet. Oh, tell her, Mr. J, just the minute she gets in. Let her get her. I was her so witty last night, huh?
Oh, duh.
She ain't got a sweetie.
How do you know?
I know.
Dad.
She lives alone with her mother.
Spring 1876. Hello, Spring 1876. 1876. Hello, wrong number. Hello, hello. Director's meeting. Send the annual report card.
Shipment, sales, schedules, X.
She doesn't belong in an office.
Who does? I do.
You said it.
Ha, da.
I'm efficient. She's inefficient.
She's inefficient.
She got Jay going. Going and coming.
Oh, duh.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. J.
Miss Day isn't in yet.
Not yet, Mr. J.
Not yet.
Not yet.
She's late.
I wanted her to take the letter.
I'll take the letter.
One thing at a time and not done well. Done well.
I'll finish it later.
Cue the line. Cue to the line.
In a hurry.
Haste makes waste. Wait.
But if you're in a hurry.
I'm never in a hurry. That's how I get ahead. First, no, you're right. Then go ahead. Ahead. When Miss A comes in, tell her I want to take a letter. It's important.
Miss A important.
And I don't want to be disturbed.
You're in conference.
I'm in conference. Unless it's A, B, of course.
Of course, baby.
Tell Miss A. The early bird catches the work.
The early worm gets caught.
He's caught in the pan.
Ha, da.
We beg leave to announce you're late.
You're late.
You're late.
And
The
yesterday.
day before.
And the day before.
Lose your job. No, kids can't.
Rent, bills, installments, miscellaneous.
$10, $10.95, $3.40, $35, $12.60.
Then why are you late? Why? Excuse?
Excuse.
Excuse.
Excuse it, please. Why? The subway. Long distance.
Oh, stop.
That stall.
Stall. No, what? I have to get out.
Ow.
Out where? In the air. All those bodies pressing.
Oh, da.
I thought it was things. I had to get out.
Give her the air.
Free air.
Water. I'm dying. Same thing yesterday and the day before. Yes. What am I going to do?
Take a taxi.
Call a cop.
Mr. J wants you. Me? You. Mr. J. Mr. J. He's bellowing. Get it just right.
She's always doing that to her
He
head.
gets alive. He gets alive.
Oh, da.
She's artistic.
She's inefficient.
She's inefficient.
Mr. J knows she's inefficient.
46, 23, 84, 222, 1,492, 678.
Hello, George H. Jones Company. Mr. Jones, he's in conference.
Conference.
Ah, da.
Do you think he'll marry her?
If she'll have him.
If she'll have him.
Do you think she'll have him?
How much does he get?
Plenty. 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000.
And plenty put away.
Gas to food, 4s. Steel, 5s. Oil, 6s.
Ah, da.
Will she have him? Will she have him? This agreement entered into party of the first part, party of the second part. Will he have her? Well, I'd hate to get his bed with him. Hello? Uh-huh. Hold the line a minute, will you? Hello? A.B.? Just a minute, Mr. A.B. Mr. J, Mr. A.B. Go ahead, Mr. A.B. We were interrupting. Uh-huh.
That's all you ever say to a guy.
That's all you have to. Mostly.
You said it.
Ah, da.
Tonight? She got a date. She told me last night. All right. Too bad, but Wizard's got a friend, but my girl's got a date. You're gonna have a good time. A big time.
A big time. On the small time.
I'd ask you, kid, but you'd be up to your neck. Neck hurts.
Sweet Packer.
Wanna come? A kid's date? my mother.
Laurie!
Next!
Hello, Georgie's Junk Company. Oh, hello.
Why don't you get to work? Work?
Work!
I can't. Can't? My machine's out of order.
Well, fix it.
I can't. Gotta get somebody.
Somebody, always somebody. Here, stop the mail then.
All right.
And hurry, you're late.
George H. Jones, George H. Jones and Company, George H. Jones.
You're always late.
You'll lose your job.
George H. Jones, George H. Jones Personal.
Don't let him get you go, kid. Tell him where to get off.
What?
Ain't it all set?
What? You and Mr. J.
You and the boss.
You and the big G.
You and the big cheese.
Did he tell you?
I told you.
I told you.
I don't believe it.
No, it isn't so.
Isn't it? Not yet.
But soon.
Ha! Dog!
5,000, 10,000, 15,000.
Ha! Dog!
Hello, Georgie's Junk Company. Hello.
Awaiting your answer.
5,000, 10,000, 15,000. That letter done?
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
She hasn't started.
Okay. Want to make some changes?
My machine's out of order.
Okay. Use the one in my room.
I'm sorting the mail.
Oh, one thing at a time.
Oh, okay. Well, when you're finished.
Haste makes waste.
Okay. Don't hurry.
Cue to the line. He's queuing.
Dog!
Why'd you flinch, kid? Did he pin?
No.
Then what?
Nothing. Just his hands.
Oh, just his hands. No, you tell him no. If she does, she'll lose her job.
Fire!
The
And
sack!
if she doesn't,
She'll come to work in a taxi.
work.
No work.
No worry.
Breakfast in bed.
Did Madam ring?
Lunch in bed.
A double bed. Yes, Mr. J. Jay wants you.
I can't. I'm not ready in a minute.
5,000, 10,000, 15,000.
Profits, plans, purchase.
Call your attention, our prices are fixed. Hello, George H. Jones Company. Hello.
George H. Jones. George H. Jones and Company. Mrs. George H. Jones. Mrs. George H. Jones. Dear Madam, do you take this man to be your wedded husband? I do. To love, honor, and to love kisses. No! George H. Jones, how would you like to marry me? What do you say? Why, Mr. Jones, let me look at your little hands. You have such pretty little hands. Let me hold your pretty little hands. George H. Jones, fat hands, flabby hands, don't touch me, please. Fat hands are never weary. Please, don't. Married. All girls, most girls, married. Babies. My baby. Girls.
Little curls all over their head.
George H. Jones. Straight, thin, bald. Don't touch me, please. No. Somebody, something. No rest, must rest, no rest, must rest, no rest, must rest, no rest. Late today. Yesterday, before. Late. Subway, air, resting, body's resting, body's traveling, air, stop! Air, late, job, no job, late, fired, late, alarm clock, hurry, job, nap, hurry, job, no job, no money, installments due, no money, George H. Jones, money, this is George H. Jones, money, no worry, rest, sleep till 9, sleep till 10, sleep till noon. Hello. Now you take a good rest this morning. Don't get up till you want to. Yo, don't touch me, please. I want to rest. No rest. Oh, earn. Gotta earn. Marry. Earn. No. Yes. All women. Most women. Ma. No, can't. Must. Maybe. Must.
5,000.
Can I must? Tell me must something.
Ma, I want to talk to you.
Aren't you eating a potato?
No.
Why not?
I don't want one.
That's no reason. Here, take one.
I don't want it.
Potatoes go with stew. Here.
Ma, I don't want it.
Want it. Take
Oh,
it.
but all right. Ma, I want to ask you something.
Eat your potato.
Ma, I want to ask you something. Something important.
Listen, Millie.
It's all right. But Ma, tell me.
3 pounds for a quarter.
Ma, tell me.
Garbage!
Oh, yeah, it's the garbage.
Garbage!
All right. What is the matter now?
Nothing.
That jumping up from the table every night the garbage is collected. You act like you're crazy.
Ma, do all women...
I suppose you think you're too nice for anything so common. Well, let me tell you, my lady, this is a very important part of life.
I know, but Ma...
If you weren't for garbage cans, where would we be? Where would you all be? Living in filth, that's what. Filth! I should think you'd be glad. I should think you'd be grateful.
Oh, Ma.
Are you?
Am I what?
Glad, grateful?
Yes.
You don't act like it.
Oh, Ma, don't talk.
You just said you wanted to talk.
Oh, well, now I want to think. I gotta think.
Are you going to finish your potato?
Oh, Ma.
Is there anything the matter with
No.
it? Then why don't you finish
I don't
it?
want it.
Why not?
Oh, Ma, let me alone.
Oh, you have to eat. If
Ma, don't nag.
Nag? Just because I try to look out for you, nag? Just because I try to care for you, nag? Why, you haven't sense enough to eat. What would become of you, I'd like to know, if I didn't nag?
Johnny! Johnny, come in now!
Oh, Ma!
It's getting cold!
Oh, Ma!
You heard me.
I'm grown up, Ma.
Grown up? What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing much, I guess. Let's not do the dishes right away. Let's talk. I gotta.
I can't talk the dirty dishes around.
Ma, listen! Listen, does the man wants to marry me?
What, man?
He said he fell in love with my hands.
In love. Is the beginning again? I thought you were over that.
Hey, come on out.
Can't.
Nobody will see you.
I
Come on,
can't.
it's dark now.
Well, just for a minute.
I'll meet you around the corner.
I gotta get married, Ma.
What do you mean?
Well, I gotta.
You haven't got in trouble, have you?
Oh, don't talk like that.
Oh, you say you gotta get married. What do you mean?
Nothing.
Answer me.
Oh, well, all women do, don't they?
Nonsense.
Well, you did, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Where are you going?
Out!
You were out last night.
Was I?
You're always going out.
Am I?
Where are you going?
Out!
Who is he? Where did you come to know him?
In the office?
In the office.
It's Mr. J,
Mr. J.
the vice
The
president.
vice president. Well, his income must be very... Does he know you have a mother to support?
Yes.
And what does he say?
All right.
How soon are you going to marry him?
I'm not going to.
Not going to.
No, I'm not going to.
Well, you just said.
I'm not going to.
Why not?
I can't, Ma, I can't.
Why can't you?
I don't love him.
Love. What does that amount to? Will it clothe you? Will it feed you? Will it pay the bills?
No, but it's real just the same.
Real?
Well, if it isn't, what else can you count on?
I will tell you what you can count on in life. You can count on that you've got to eat. And sleep. And get up. And put clothes in your back. And take them off again. That you gotta get old. And you gotta die.
Oh, Mom.
That's what you can count on. All the rest is in your head.
But, Ma, didn't you love Pa?
I suppose I did. I don't know. I've forgotten. What difference does he make now?
But then, oh, Ma, tell me
Tell you what?
about all that love.
Don't.
What's the matter? Don't you want me to kiss you?
Not like that.
Oh, like what?
That silly kiss.
silly kiss.
Oh, you look so silly. I know what's coming when you look at me like that and kiss me like that. Don't! Go away.
He is a decent man, isn't he?
I don't know. How should I know whether he's decent or not?
He's a vice president. Of course he's decent.
Well, I don't care whether he's decent or not. I won't marry him.
Well, you just said you wanted to marry.
Well, not him.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't found him yet.
You talk like you're crazy.
Oh, Mom, tell me.
Tell you what?
Tell me. Oh, your skin oughtn't to curl on it. When he just comes near you, on it. Oh, that's wrong, ain't it? You don't just get over that. Do you? Ever do you? Or do you? How is it more, do you?
Do you what?
Oh, do you get used to it? So after a while, it doesn't matter. Or don't you? Does it always matter? Oh, you ought to be in love, oughtn't you, Ma? You must be in love, mustn't you, Ma? That changes everything. Doesn't it? Or does it? Well, maybe if you just like the person, that's all right, is it? But when he puts his hands on me, my blood turns cold. Oh, your blood oughtn't to run cold, ought it, Ma? And his hands. His hands are fat, and they sort of press, and they're fat. Oh, don't you see? Don't you see?
See what?
Oh, I always thought I'd find somebody. Oh, somebody young and attractive, with wavy hair. Wavy hair. And I always think of children with curls. Oh, little curls all over your head. Oh, somebody young and attractive. That I'd like. That I'd love. But I haven't found anybody like that yet. Well, I haven't found anybody. Well, I hardly know anybody. Well, you'd never let me go out with anybody. No, let me finish, Ma. Let me finish. I just mean I haven't found anybody yet. Well, anybody. Nobody's ever asked me till now. And, well, he's the only man to ever ask me. Well, I suppose I gotta marry somebody all girls do.
No.
Oh, but I can't go on like this much longer. I don't know why, but I can't. It's like I'm all tied inside, and sometimes I feel like I'm stifling. You don't know? Stifling? I can't go on like this much longer. Going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. I can't. Oh, sometimes in the office I think I'm going to die. Something don't happen. Oh, I don't know. I gotta do something. It's like I'm all tied inside.
You're crazy.
Oh, Ma!
You are crazy.
If you tell me that one more time, I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
That isn't crazy.
I'll kill you. Oh, maybe I am crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I think I am. The thoughts that go on in my mind. Sometimes I think I am. I can't help it if I am. I do the best I can. I do the best I can. I'm nearly crazy. Go away. Go away. You don't know anything about anything. You haven't got any pity. No pity. You take it for granted that I go to work every day. I come back every night. I bring my money back every week. You take it for granted. You let me go on forever. I never feel any pity. Forgive me. Forgive me.
My own child. To be spoken to like that by my own child.
I didn't mean it, Ma. I didn't.
You're all I've got in the world and you don't want me. You want to kill me.
No, I just said that.
I worked for you and I slaved for you.
I know, Ma, I know.
I brought you into the world.
I know.
Flesh of
I
my
know. You rest, Elmore. You rest.
I gotta do the dishes.
No, I'll do the dishes. You listen to the music and I'll do the dishes.
Those slops. I've been washing dishes for 40 years and I never heard once. But my lady's head, oh my lady's head.
Oh, sometimes you talk to me like you're jealous, Ma.
Jealous?
Well, it's my hands that got me a husband.
A husband? So you are going to marry him now?
I suppose so.
If you ain't the craziest.
clouds melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow.
Well, here we are.
Is there anything else, sir?
Well, here we are.
Yes, we are.
Aren't you gonna take your hat off? Stay a while? Well, it's all right, isn't it? Huh? Huh?
It's very nice.
$12 a day. Well, they know how to soak you these pleasure resorts. $12. Well, we got our money's worth of living all right. You're gonna wash up. Don't you want to wash up? Oh, I do. A long trip. I want to wash up. Da 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 da. Say, pull that blind down, make it see in.
I thought you said that we were the ocean.
Sure there is.
You see people.
The ocean's beyond.
I was counting on seeing it.
You'll see it tomorrow. What's eating you? We'll take care of it. Don't you want to wash up? A long trip. You sure you don't? Well, better make yourself at home. I'm going to. Hey, pull down that line.
It's close to me. Don't you think it's close?
Well, you don't want people looking in now, do we? Huh?
No.
I guess not, huh? Say, you look a little white around the gills. What's the matter? Oh, you look like you're scared.
No.
Nothing to be scared of. You're with your husband, you know.
I know.
Happy?
Yes.
Then come here and give us a kiss. That's good. Oh, you like that? Well, what are you moving for? You know, you gotta learn to relax, little girl. Say, what you got under there?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing, huh? That's a good one. That reminds me of the story of the Pullman. Well, what's the matter? Did I tell you that one before?
I don't know.
About the Pullman porter and the tart?
No.
Well, it's a good one. The train was just pulling up, and the tart
Yes. Yes, I remember now.
was about the...
Yes.
About the...
Yes.
All right. Are you sure it was the one about...
I'm sure.
When he asked her what she had
Yes.
underneath her
Yes,
seat?
that one.
All right. But I don't believe I did. You know, you've got something under there. What is it?
Nothing.
Nothing. say, did I tell you the one about the man?
Yes.
Well, how do you know which one I
You
meant?
told me them all.
Nope. No, I didn't. Not by a jugful. I got a whole lot of them up my sleeve yet. That's part of what I owe my success to. My ability to spring a good story. You know, you gotta learn to relax, it'll go to happen. Yes. That's the biggest thing to learn in life. That's part of what I owe my success to. Now, you go off and get those heavy things off you and relax.
They're not heavy.
Oh, you haven't got much on, have you? But you'll feel a lot better with them off. You want me to help?
No.
Well, I am your husband, you know.
I know.
Aren't afraid of your husband, are you?
No, of course not. But I thought maybe we could go out for a little while.
What for?
Fresh air, walking, talking.
We can talk in here. I'll tell you all about myself. Now go along. But where are you going?
In here.
Oh, I thought you'd want to wash up.
I just want to get ready.
Well, you don't have to go in there to take your clothes off.
I want to.
What for?
I always do.
What?
But dressed by myself.
You haven't been married till now, have you? I've been pulling something over on me.
No.
Kind of modest, huh?
Yes.
I understand. Go along. Don't close the door. Thought you wanted to talk. Say, you're awful quiet in there. What are you doing?
Nothing. Just getting ready.
You know, I'm going to enjoy life from now on. Haven't had such an easy time of it. I got where I am through hard work and self-denial, but now I'm going to enjoy life. Make up for all I've missed. Aren't you near ready?
Not yet.
You know, next year maybe we'll go to Paris. You can buy a lot of that French underwear. And Switzerland. I've always wanted a Swiss watch that I bought right there. Could have bought a Swiss watch here, but always wanted one that I bought right there. Isn't that funny? Huh? Huh?
Yes.
Always wanted a Swiss watch that I bought right there. Always dreamed of having that someday. More than anything. Well, except one thing. You know what that is?
No.
Well, guess.
I can't.
Then I'm coming in to tell you.
No, please. Don't.
Well, hurry up then. I thought you women didn't wear much of anything these days, huh? Huh? I'm coming in.
No, just a minute.
All right. Just a minute. 13, 14, 15. I'm counting the seconds on you. That's what you said, didn't you? Just a minute. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53.
Here I am.
Are you crying? Well, what are you crying for?
Ma. Ma. I can't make nothing.
Oh, I thought you were glad to get away from her.
I want to know. I want somebody.
You got me, haven't you?
Somebody. Somebody.
There's nothing to cry about. There's nothing to cry about.
No pain? You're getting along fine. Such a sweet baby you have, dear. Aren't you glad it's a girl? You're not? Why? That's no way to talk. Men want boys, women also want girls. Maybe you didn't want either, right? You feel different when it begins to nurse. You just love it then. Your milk hasn't come yet, has it? It will. Oh, you don't know, doctor. Anything else you want? Draft? The noise? Oh, that can't be helped. Hospital's gotta have a new wing. We're the biggest maternity hospital in the world. Oh, what's the window though? No? I smell everything then. Here is your man.
Well, how are we today?
She's getting better.
Oh, of course she is.
See what your husband brought you.
Better put them in water right away. Everything okay? Oh, now see here, my dear. You gotta brace up now. And face things. Everybody's gotta brace up and face things. And that's what makes the world go round.
We're the biggest maternity hospital in the world.
And I know what you've been through. Oh, yes, I do. I know all about it. I was right outside the whole time. But you gotta brace up now. Make an effort. Pull yourself together. Start the uphill climb. I mean, I've been down, but I haven't stayed down. I've been licked, but I haven't stayed licked. I pulled myself together by my own bootstrap. And that's what you gotta do. Willpower, that's what conquers. Now you gotta brace up and face it. Down in the gap, grab life by the horn. Look at the face. Having a very natural, perfectly natural.
What's the matter?
Oh, she's got that gagging again as she had last time.
You better go, sir.
Well, I'll be back.
She needs rest.
Well, tomorrow then. Tomorrow and every day. Goodbye.
Such a mighty nice husband you have. I guess you know that. Gagging.
How's the little lady today?
She is better, Doctor.
Of course she's better. She's all right, aren't you? What's the matter? Can't you talk?
She's a little weak yet, Doctor.
Milk hasn't come yet.
No, Doctor.
Put the child to breast. No. You don't want to nurse your baby. Oh, these modern neurotic women, huh, Doctor? What are we gonna do with them? Bring the baby.
No!
Wow. That's strong enough. I thought you were too weak to talk. That's better. You don't want your baby.
No.
What do you want?
No!
Bring the baby.
Yes, Doctor. She's behaved very badly at that time, Doctor. Very upset. Maybe we better not.
I decided we better not hear, nurse.
Yes, Doctor.
Bring the baby.
Yes, Doctor.
Gagging. You mean nausea? Nausea.
Nausea. Yes, Doctor, but...
No buts, nurse.
Yes, Doctor.
Nausea. Change the diet. What is your diet?
Liquids!
Give her solids.
Yes, Doctor. She says she can't swallow some.
Give her solids.
Yes, Doctor.
Wait. I'll change your medicine. Half the mills. Bring the baby.
Yes, doctor.
Let me alone! Let me alone! Let me alone! I'm submitting to enough!
I won't submit no more.
I won't submit no more. Crawl off into the dark. Vixen, Carter, Vixen!
Under the bed.
Way back in the corner under the bed. He'll drown. Puppies don't go to heaven. Golden stairs. Long stairs. Long, too long. Long, golden stairs. Climb those golden stairs. Stairs. Climb. Tired. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, but they're going up. Going up to be in heaven. Golden stairs. Oh, they're coming down. Children coming down to be born. They're going up. Children coming down. Going up. Stop. No traffic cop. No traffic cop in heaven. Traffic cop. Can't you give us a smile? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's Peter at the gate.
You can't come in.
No matter. It doesn't matter. I'll lie down. Oh, lay down in a big purple. No matter. I'll lie down. It weighs me. It throws me away. Heaven, but no matter. It doesn't matter. Rest. Forget. They say forget. Girl. Aren't you glad it's a girl? A little girl. With no hair. None. Little curls all over his head. Little ball girl. Curls all over his head. What kind of hair had God? No matter. Doesn't matter. Everybody loves God. They got to, even if he's bad.
Even if it's got bad hair.
No, he wouldn't be God. His hands make you well. He lays on his hands when we're happy. It doesn't matter. Vixen crawled up into the bed. A woman crawled up into the bed. A woman has 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Vixen had 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, Puffy had 8. Oh, drowning blood. Oh, God, never had one. Mary had one. In the manger. The lowly manger. God's on a high throne. Far too far. No matter. God, Mary, God, the Virgin Mary. Mary had one. The Holy Ghost. George H. Jones. Let me rest. The weight is gone. Inside, the weight is gone. It's only on the outside. Outside, all around, I'm under it. Fix the ground under the bed. There were 8. I'll not submit anymore. I'll not submit.
I'm gonna beat it.
Oh, for the love of Mike.
I ain't gonna show.
Sure they'll show.
How do you know they'll show?
I tell you, you can't keep that baby away from me. Just gotta... She comes running.
Yeah, it looks like it.
The same?
Oh, I'm sorry I brought you here.
Why?
This purgatory of noise. I brought you here to give you pleasure. I'll let you taste pleasure. This sherry they have here is bottled heaven. Wait till you taste it.
But I don't drink.
Drink? This isn't drink. Real Amontillado is sunshine and orange grove. It's the Mediterranean and blue moonlight love. You ever been in love?
No.
Never in love with a woman?
No, not really.
What do you mean really?
Just that.
Ah. Two? You know what I want. Two.
Well, you're going through with the arrangement.
Well, that's what I want to do. Go through with it.
But you can't.
Why can't I?
Oh, how can you? Most women don't think anything of it. They just...
Bird told me a doctor to go to. Gave me the address.
Oh, don't talk about
We
it.
gotta talk about it. You gotta get out of this. What do you have?
Nothing. I don't want anything. I had enough.
It'll do you good. Same?
I suppose so.
The same?
I'm gonna beat it.
Oh, say, listen! I'm counting on you to take the other one off my hands.
I'm gonna beat it.
Oh, for the love of Mike, have a heart! Say, listen, as a favor to me, I gotta be home by 6. I promised the wife, sure. That don't leave me with enough time for you gotta hang around, entertain some dame. You gotta take her off my hands.
Well, maybe she won't fall for me.
Oh, sure she'll fall for you. They all fall for you. Even my wife likes you. Tries to kid herself it's your brave exploits, but I know what it is. Sure she'll fall for you.
Hello?
Good night.
Good night. What's eating you?
Nothing's eating me, for something must have swallowed you.
Why?
You're late.
Oh. Mr. Smith, Mrs. Jones.
Meet my friend, Mr. Rob. The same, and 2 more.
So we kept you waiting, did we?
Only about an hour.
Was it that long?
We weren't here that long. Ain't we dead?
About that, Harry.
Oh, for the love of God, what delayed ya?
Tell Helen that one.
That old Irish woman that went to her first race? Been on the skate that came in last. Afterwards, she goes up to the jockey and says, oh, for the love of God, what delayed ya? Kinda, what do you mean, kinda?
Oh, I just mean there are not many of them that are funny at all.
Well, none if you haven't heard the funny ones.
Oh, I've heard them all.
A laugh and a carload, eh?
Got a cigarette?
One of these,
Uh-huh.
one of these.
Uh-huh.
Thanks. These.
So, baby, how'd it come in, huh?
Couldn't be better.
How's every little thing?
Just great.
Miss me?
Uh-huh. I'll say so. What time to get in?
Only about an hour ago.
Miss me?
Did I? You don't know the half of it.
Can we dance here?
Well, not here.
Well, where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? Say, you just got here.
What's the hurry?
What's the rush?
I don't know.
Helen wants to dance.
I just want to keep moving.
You want to keep moving, huh?
Say, you must be one of those restless babies, huh? Where do we go from here?
Only some days. I want to keep moving.
You want to keep moving, huh?
Uh-huh.
Stick around a while.
Say, where do we go from here? What kind of crowd do you run with anyway?
Helen don't run with any crowd.
Well, I'm not a crowd.
No.
Stick with me.
Oh, said huh? Dick was about ready to beat it.
That's before I met the little lady. Here's how.
Here's to you.
Here's looking at you.
Here's happy days.
That's good stuff.
Off a boat.
Off a boat?
They get all their stuff there. Off a boat.
That's what they say.
Yeah, but they do. Sure they
It's
do.
all right with me.
But they do, sure.
I believe you, darling.
Miss me?
Uh-huh.
Love any daddy?
Uh-uh.
Love any daddy? But daddy?
Uh-uh.
Let's beat it.
We just got here.
Don't I know it? Come on.
What?
They're all set, aren't ya?
Are we?
I gotta be home by 6. Oh, come on, kid. Let us beat it. Business is business. I've got a lot of stuff to do yet this afternoon. Thought you might come along with me. Help me out. Will ya?
Sure, I'll go along with you. Help you out.
All right with you folks?
All right with me.
All right with you?
All right with me.
Come on, kid. Where's the damage?
Go on.
No!
Go on.
No, I'll match ya!
Heads win.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
He's matching me.
Am I matching you? You matching me?
I'm matching you. You're stung. Come on, kid.
That's so you can notice it.
That one's for you, Helen.
She ain't dumb. Come on.
You look after her now. She's very fastidious. Goodbye.
I know what business is like.
Oh, you do you?
I used to be a business girl myself before.
Before what?
Before I quit.
And what did you quit for?
I just quit.
You're married, huh?
Yes, I am.
It's all right with me.
Some men don't seem to like women after she's married.
What's the difference?
Depends on the man, I guess.
Depends on the woman, I guess. The same?
It don't amount to nothing. God, most women
I know.
Well, they don't think nothing of it. They just...
I know.
Say, I forgot. I want you to do something for me, will ya?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I want you to telephone me at home tomorrow. Get me to come into town, will ya?
Yeah, what is it?
I've worked the telegraph gag to death, and my wife likes you.
What's your number?
I'll write it down for you.
How is your wife?
She's fine.
And the kid?
Great. Come on, kid. Get this little bird to tell you all about himself.
Keep him from it.
Get him to tell you how he killed a couple of spig down in Mexico.
You've been in Mexico?
He just come from there.
Can you teach us how to tango?
You killed a man.
2 of them with a bottle. Get him to tell you 2 of them with a bottle. Come on, kid. Good night.
Why did you
What?
kill him?
To get free?
Oh.
You really must taste this. Just taste it. It's a real Amontillado, you know.
Where do they get it here?
It's always down the side streets one finds the real pleasures. Don't you think?
I don't know.
Learn. Come, taste this Amontillado. Don't you like Amontillado?
I don't know. I've never had any before.
Your first taste. How I envy you. Come, taste it. Taste it and die. Poe was a lover of Amontillado. He returns to it continually, you remember. Or are you a lover of Poe?
I've read a lot of him.
But are you a lover?
There were a bunch of banditos. Bandits, you know. Took me into the hills, holding me there. I got the 2 birds that guarded me drunk one night. And then I filled an empty bottle with small stones, and I let him have it. I had to get free, didn't I? I let him have it.
Oh. Well, then what did you do?
And then I beat it.
Where to?
Right here. Glad?
Yes.
Same.
You're just scared because it's your first
I'm
time.
not scared.
Well, then what are you, for Christ's sake?
I'm not scared. I want it. I don't want to have it. That I'm being scared, is it?
That's being goofy.
Well, I don't care.
Well, what about your folks?
I don't care.
Well, what about your job? You gotta keep your job, haven't you? Haven't you?
I suppose so.
Well, there you are.
All right. Let's go now. You got the address.
Now you're coming to.
A bottle like that?
Yeah, filled with pebbles.
Well, what kind of pebbles?
Pebbles off the ground.
Oh.
It's a necessity, you know. Mother of invention. First you got a sledgehammer, and then you got a knife.
Oh.
Women don't like knives much, do they?
No.
Don't mind a hammer so much, though, do they?
No.
I didn't like it myself. Any of it. But I had to get through, didn't I? Sure, I had to get through. I'm damn glad I did.
Why?
You know why.
Let's go to my rooms and I'll show them to you. I have a first edition of Verlaine that will simply make your mouth water. Here. There's just a sip at the bottom of my glass. That last sip's the sweetest, wasn't it?
And I always thought that was just the dregs. Come on, kid, let's go.
Where?
You haven't been around much, have you, kid?
No.
I can tell that just to look at you.
You could?
Sure I could. What are you running with a girl like the other one for, anyway?
I don't know. She seems to have a good time.
So that's it?
Don't she?
Don't you?
No.
Never?
Never.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just me, I guess.
You're alright.
Am I?
Sure. You just haven't met the right guy, that's all. A girl like you gotta meet the right guy.
I know.
You didn't fall for that business game, did you? When they went off?
Well, I thought they wanted to be alone, probably, but...
And how?
Oh, so that's it?
That's it. Come on, let's go.
I couldn't. Like this?
But don't you like me?
Yes.
Then what's the matter?
Do you like me?
Like you? You don't know what happened. Listen, you know what you seem like to me?
What?
An angel. You're just like an angel.
I do?
That's what I said. Now come on.
Where?
Where do you live?
Oh, we couldn't go to my place.
Come to my place.
I couldn't. Is it far?
Just a step. Come on.
I couldn't. What is it, a room?
No. It's an apartment. A one-room apartment.
What?
It's on the ground floor. Nobody will see you coming or going.
I could.
Wait. I gotta pay the damage. I get a bottle or something to take along as...
No, don't!
Why not?
Well, don't bring any pebbles.
Forget that. Will you?
Well, I just mean I don't think I'll be needing anything to drink.
You like me, don't you, kid?
Do you mean?
Wait.
You like it, don't you, kid?
Do you mean?
Yeah.
Cielito lindo, desde que supe que morena es la Virgen, cielito lindo.
Why so still, honey? What are you thinking about?
About seashells.
She sells? Gee, I can't say.
When I was little, my grandmother used to have this big pink seashell on the mantel behind the stove. When we go to visit her, she'd let me hold it and listen. That's what I was thinking about right now.
Yeah?
You can hear the singing, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder why that is.
Search me.
Oh, are you going?
No, I just want a cigarette.
Oh,
You want one?
no. Here, let me light it for you.
You got my free hands. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home. And this little piggy went...
Diddly diddly dee.
You got awfully free hands.
I used to have, but I haven't taken much care of them lately. I will now. What is that?
A Dago guitar. I gave him 2 bits the first dad got here. So he comes every day.
I mean, what's that he's playing?
Cierto lindo.
What does that mean?
Little heaven.
Little heaven?
That's what love is called, each other in Spain.
Spain's where all the castles are, ain't it?
Yeah.
Little heaven. Sing it.
Sure?
Mm-hmm.
Positive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. De la Sierra Morena, Vienna, bajado, Vienna, bajado. Un panojito negros, cielito lindo de contrabando.
What does it mean?
From the high dark mountains?
From the high dark mountain?
Oh, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make sense. It's love. I
know what that means, you know. I.
Canta, no llores. Sing, don't cry.
La 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 la, little heaven.
You got a nice voice, honey.
Oh, have I?
You bet you have.
Wait, are you ticklish?
I sure am. Go on, sing something.
Oh, I couldn't.
Sure you can.
Hey diddle diddle, the cow and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such a sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. I never thought that had much sense until now, but now I get it.
You got me beat.
Why, it's you and me. You're the dish and I'm the spoon.
Oh, you're a little spoon, all right.
And I guess I'm the little cow that jumps over the moon. Do you believe in guardian angels?
What?
Guardian angels?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I do. La 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 la. La la. Little heaven. There must be something out there that watches over you and brings you your happiness at last. Well, look at us. What brought us to that place today? There wasn't something.
Maybe you're right.
Look at us.
Everything's us, you
Ain't it?
All right with me.
Oh, we belong together and we're going to stick together always, ain't we?
Sing something else.
I tell you, I can't sing.
Sure you can.
But I haven't even thought of singing since I was a little girl.
Well, sing anyway.
And every little wavelet had its nightcap on, nightcap on, nightcap on. Every little wave had its nightcap on, so very early in the morning. Did you used to sing that when you were a little kid?
No.
Did you? We used to. In the first grade, little kids. We used to go round and round, flopping our hands up and down, supposed to be waves. I remember it always confused me because, well, we'd do the same thing to be little angels.
Yeah.
Do you know why I came here?
I can make a good guess.
Because you told me I looked like an angel to you. That's why I came.
Jeez, honey. All women look like angels to me. All white women. I haven't been seeing nothing but Indians, you know, for the past couple of years. When I got off the boat the other day, saw all them women, I nearly went crazy. Talk about looking like angels.
You've had a lot of women, haven't you?
No. Not so many. True.
Well, did you like any of them better than me?
No. Not one of them was as sweet as you. No. Not as sweet.
I like to hear you say it. Say it again.
Oh.
Go on, tell me again.
Here. Does that tell you?
Yes. We're gonna stick together always, ain't we?
I have to be moving on soon, kids, you know?
When?
Quien sabe?
What does that mean?
Quien sabe? You gotta learn that, kid. If you plan to come along with me, the answer to everything below the Rio Grande.
But what does it mean?
It means who knows.
Quien sabe?
That's the stuff.
I'll never get to use it.
Quien sabe?
I'll never get below the Rio Grande. I'll never get out of here.
Quien sabe?
That's right. Quien sabe? Who knows?
Don't forget it now.
You must like it down there.
I can't live anywhere else for long.
Why not?
Oh, you're free down there. You're free.
What's that?
Just a street light coming on.
Is it as late as that?
Late as what?
Dark?
It's been dark for hours, didn't you know?
No, I've got to go.
The moon will be up in a little while. For
It's not that. I'm late. What's that?
What?
On the window ledge.
A flower.
Who gave it to you?
Nobody gave it to me. I bought it.
For yourself?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
In Chinatown. Remind me of Frisco where I was a kid, so I bought it.
Frisco, is that where you were born?
Yep. Twin Peaks.
What's that?
Couple of hills. Together.
One for you and one for me.
I bet you like Frisco.
Well, I know a woman who went there once.
The bay and the hills. That's the life. Every Saturday we'd cross the bay, get a couple of nags and just ride over the hills. One would have a blanket on his saddle and the other grub. At night we'd make a little fire and just eat and then roll out in the old blankets and
Who was with you?
anybody. The dry old grass. It smells so good at night, full of tar, you know.
Is that a good smell?
Tar. Ain't you ever smelled it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's a good smell. Bay in the hills. You look in good shape, kid. Couple of months riding over the mountains with me. You're great.
Can I?
What?
Someday? Ride mountains with you?
Ride mountains or ride donkeys?
It's all the same with you. The high, dark mountains.
Who knows? You ever been up like that, kid? High up, on top of the world.
Yes,
When?
today.
You're pretty sweet.
I never knew that I could feel like this way. I never knew that I could feel like this. So purified. Don't laugh at me.
I ain't laughing, honey.
Purified.
It's a hell of a word. But I know what you mean. That's the way it is sometimes.
Well, goodbye.
Ain't you forgetting something?
Could I have that?
Sure. Why not?
Goodbye. And thank you.
Record production.
Girl turns on gas.
Sale hits million.
Woman leaves all for love.
Market trend steady.
And wife disappears.
Owns life interest. Ah, that's for me. Hello? Hello, AB. It's all settled? Everything's signed? Good, good. Tell RA to call me. Well, it's all settled. They signed. Aren't you interested? Aren't you gonna ask me?
Did you put it over?
Sure, I put it over.
Did you swing it?
Sure, I swung it.
Did they come through?
Sure, they came through.
They signed.
I'll say they signed.
On the dotted line.
On the dotted line.
The property is yours?
The property's mine. I put a first mortgage on it. I put a second mortgage on it. The property's mine. Happy?
Happy.
The property's mine. It's not all that's mine. I got a first mortgage on her. I got a second mortgage on her, and she's mine. Well, what's the matter?
Nothing. What?
You flinched when I touched you.
No.
You haven't done that in a long time.
Haven't I?
You used to do it every time I touched you.
Did I?
Didn't know that, did you?
Yes. Yes, I knew it.
Just purity.
No.
Oh, I like purity.
No.
Well, you're one of the purest women that ever lived.
Just like anybody else, only
Only what?
nothing.
Must be something. Hello? Hello, R.A. Well, I put it over. Yeah, I swung it. Sure, they came through. Did they sign? On the dotted line. The property's mine. I made the proposition. I sold in the idea. Now watch me. Tell D.D. to call me. That was R.A. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Must be looking at something.
Nothing. The moon.
Ah, the moon's something, isn't it?
Yes.
What's it doing?
Nothing.
Must be doing something.
It's moving. It's moving.
Pull the shade down, my dear.
Why?
Well, people can look in. Hello? Hello, Dee. Yeah. I put it over. They came across. And I put it over on them. Yeah. 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 I'll say yeah, on the dotted line. Yeah. Yeah. Now you watch me. Tell BM to phone me. That was D.D. Aren't you listening?
I'm reading.
What are you reading?
Nothing.
Must be reading something.
Prisoner escapes. Shoot flight into jail. Breaks way to freedom.
Ah, don't read that stuff. Now listen, this is first-rate editorial. I agree with this. I agree absolutely. You listening?
Listening.
All men are born free and entitled to the pursuit of happiness. Ma, you're nervous tonight?
Try not to be.
Oh, you inherited that from your mother. She was in the office today.
Was she?
Well, to get her allowance.
Oh.
Don't you know it's the first?
Oh, hold on.
What would she do without?
Hold on. I know you're very good.
One thing, she's grateful.
You're very good.
Well, she's got care.
Yes, she's got to have care.
A mother's a very precious thing, a good mother.
I try to be a good mother.
Of course you're a good mother.
I try. I try.
A mother's a very precious thing. And a child's a very precious thing. Precious jewels.
Sale of jewels and precious stones.
Well, what's the matter?
I feel as though I'm drowning.
Drowning?
With stones around my neck.
You just imagine that.
Stifling.
Look, you don't breathe deep enough. Look at me. Now breathe. Breath is life. Life is breath.
What is death?
Huh, just no breath.
No breath.
All right.
All right.
Might feel cold air, my dear.
Cold air.
When the wind.
It isn't open.
Well, don't you feel cold air?
No, maybe you just imagine.
I don't imagine anything. What are you reading?
Nothing.
Must be reading something.
One of my wife's husband dead.
Here's a man says, I owe my success to you. My digestion is good. I can see very well at. Where are you going?
No place.
Must be going someplace.
Just to bed.
To bed? It's not even 11 yet. Wait.
Wait.
It's only 10:46. Come here.
I just want to go away.
Away? Where?
Anywhere. Away.
Why, what's the matter?
I'm scared.
What of?
I can't sleep. I haven't slept.
That's nothing.
And the moon when it's full.
That's
I
nothing.
can't sleep.
Of course. It's the light.
I can see it. I feel it and I'm afraid.
Nonsense. Come here.
I just want to go away.
Well, I can't get away now.
Alone.
Alone? You've never been away alone.
No.
What would you do?
Maybe I'll sleep.
Now you wait.
Wait.
We'll take the trip. We'll go to Europe. I'll get my watch. I'll get my Swiss watch. I've always wanted a Swiss watch, and I bought right there. Isn't that funny? Huh? Huh? Wait. Another revolution below the Rio Grande.
Below the Rio Grande.
Yes, another.
Anyone hurt?
Nope.
Any prisoners?
Nope.
All free.
All free.
There were a bunch of banditos. Men, you know, took me to the hills holding me there. I had to get free, didn't I? Free. I filled an empty bottle with small stones. Stones.
Precious stones, millstones, millstones.
You only need a bottle with small stones.
Small stones.
Just a bottle with small stones.
Small stones.
Stones for sale. Stones. Small stones. Precious stones.
Precious stones.
Had to get free, guys. Free. Yen Sabe. Who knows?
State versus claim, state of execution.
Denied.
Bing versus Ding Demure.
Case of John King, habeas corpus.
The state of New York against Helen Jones.
Defense ready to proceed?
We're ready, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
Helen Jones. Will you take stand, Mrs. Jones? The defense bring a surprise. opening of the court this morning by putting the accused woman on the stand. The prosecution was swept off its feet by his daring defense strategy.
Training and scarcely able to stand. Helen Jones, accused murderer, had to be almost carried to the witness stand this morning. When her lawyer...
Do you swear to say the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may sit.
What is your name?
Helen Jones,
Your age?
29,
And where do you live?
in prison.
Oh, this is my client's legal address.
I object to this insinuation on the part of counsel that any of the guards will hold your fist up
I
and go
made
in the
no
law.
such insinuation.
You made
no,
I
I object to the counsel's constant attempt to undermine my
protest.
Proceed with the witness.
Mrs. Jones, you are the widow of the late George H. Jones, not?
Yes, ma'am.
How long were you married to the late George H. Jones before his demise?
6 years.
6 years. And it was a happy marriage, was it not? Did you quarrel?
No, ma'am.
Then it was a happy marriage, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
In those 6 years of married life to your late husband, the late George H. Jones, did you ever have a quarrel?
No, ma'am.
Never one quarrel.
The witness
6
has
years.
said.
6 years without one quarrel. Gentlemen of the jury, I ask you to consider the fact. 6 years of married life without a quarrel. I ask you to consider this seriously. Very seriously. Who of us, and this is not intended as any reflection on the sacred institution of marriage. No. But
Proceed with your witness.
Mrs. Jones, you have one child, have you not?
Yes, ma'am.
A little girl, is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
How old is she?
She's 5. Past 5.
A little girl past 5. And since the demise of the late Mr. Jones, you are the only parent in the city, are you not?
Yes, ma'am.
Before your marriage to the late Mr. Jones, you worked and supported your mother, did you not?
I object, Your Honor, irrelevant, immaterial.
Objection sustained.
In order to support your mother and yourself as a girl, you worked, did you not?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do?
I was a stenographer.
And since your marriage, you have continued as a sole support, have you not?
Yes, ma'am.
A devoted daughter of the jury, as well as a devoted wife and a devoted mother.
Your Honor.
Now, Mrs. Jones, I will ask you, the law expects me to ask you, demands that I ask you, did you or did you not, on the night of June 2nd last, or the morning of June 3rd last, kill your husband, the late George H. Jones? Did you or did you not?
I did not.
You did not.
I did not.
Now, Mrs. Jones, you've heard the witnesses for the state. There were not many, and they did not have much to say.
I
Objection
object.
sustained.
You've heard some police, and you've heard some doctors. Not no present. The prosecution cannot furnish any witness to this crime. Not one
Your
witness,
Honor, I protest.
nor one mother.
Sustained.
But, such as these witnesses were, you've heard them trying to accuse you of deliberately murdering your own husband. This husband with whom, by your own statement, you have never had a quarrel. Not one quarrel in 6 years of married life. Murdering him, I say, or rather, they say, while he slept, by brutally hitting him over the head with a bottle filled with small stones. Did you? I repeat this, or did you not?
I did not.
You did not. Of course you did not. Now, Mrs. Jones, will you tell the jury, in your own words, exactly what happened on the night of June 2nd or the morning of June 3rd last, at the time your husband was killed?
I was awakened by hearing something, in the room, and I saw 2 men standing by my husband's bed.
Your husband's bed. That was also your bed, was it not, Mrs. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
You had an modern idea of separate beds, had you, Mrs. Jones?
Mr. Jones objected.
I mean, you slept in the same bed, did you not, Mrs. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Now explain just what you meant by saying my husband's bed.
Well,
You meant his side of the bed, didn't you?
Yes, his side.
That is what I thought. I just wanted the jury to be clear on this point. Mr. and Mrs. Jones slept in the same bed. Go on, Mrs. Jones. You heard a noise and...
I heard a noise, and I awoke and saw 2 men standing by my husband's side of the bed.
2 men?
Yes.
Can you describe them?
Not very well. I couldn't see them very well.
Can you say whether they were big or small, light or dark, thin or...
They were big, dark-looking men.
Big, dark-looking men.
Yes.
And what did you do, Mrs. Jones, when you suddenly awoke and you saw two big, dark-looking men standing beside your bed.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't have time to do anything, did you?
No! Before I could do anything, one of the men raised something up in their hand and struck Mr. Jones over the head with it.
And what did Mr. Jones do?
Silence!
Mrs. Jones, what did Mr. Jones do?
He gave a sort of groan and tried to raise up.
He tried to raise up.
Yes.
And then what happened?
One of the men struck him again and he fell back.
I see. What did the men do then? The big, dark-looking men.
They turned and ran out of the room.
I see. What did you do then, Mrs. Jones?
Well, I saw Mr. Jones was bleeding from the temple. I got some towels and tried to stop it, and then I realized that he had passed away.
I see. What did you do then?
Well, I didn't know what to do, but I thought I'd better call the police. So I went to the telephone and I called the police.
And then what happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened.
The police came, didn't they?
Yes, they came.
And that is all you know concerning the death of your husband in the late hours of June 2nd last, or the early hours of June 3rd last, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh?
Yes.
Take the witness. The accused woman told a straightforward story of...
The accused woman told a rambling, disconnected story of... You made no effort to cry out, Mrs. Jones, did you? When you saw those two big, dark-looking men standing over your helpless husband, did you?
No, sir, I didn't.
And when they turned and ran out of the room, you made no effort to follow them or cry out after them, did you?
No.
Why didn't you?
I saw Mr. Jones was hurt.
Ah, you saw Mr. Jones was hurt. You saw that.
Yes.
How did you see it?
I just saw it.
Well, then there's a light in the room.
A sort of light.
Well, what do you mean a sort of light? A bed light?
No. There was no light on.
Then where did it come from, this sort of light?
I don't know.
Perhaps from the window.
Yes, the window.
Oh, the shade was up.
No, the shade was down.
You're sure of that?
Yes, Mr. Jones always wanted the shade down.
Ah, the shade was down. There was no light in the room, but the room was light. How'd you explain this?
I don't know. Perhaps where the window was open, underneath the shade, the light came in.
There's a street light there.
No, there's no street light.
Then where did this light come from that came in under the shade?
The moon.
Ah, the moon.
Yes, it was bright moon.
It was bright moon. You sure of that?
Yes.
Well, how are you sure?
I never can sleep in bright moon. I never can.
It was bright moon, yet you could not see two big, dark-looking men, but you could see your husband bleeding from the temple.
Yes.
And did you call a doctor?
No.
Why didn't you?
The police did.
But you didn't.
No.
Why didn't you?
I saw it was useless.
Oh, you saw that. You saw that very clearly.
Yes.
And you didn't call a doctor.
No.
Oh,
It was useless.
What did you do?
It was useless. There was no use of anything.
I asked you what you did.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I just sat there.
You sat there a long while, didn't you?
I don't know.
You don't know. Mrs. Jones, did you ever see this before?
I think so.
You think so? What do you think it is?
The bottle that was used against Mr. Jones?
Used against him. Yes, that's right. You guessed right. This broken neck and these pieces and these pebbles were found on the floor and scattered over the bed. There were no fingerprints, Mrs. Jones, on this bottle, not at all. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
No.
It doesn't seem strange to you that this bottle held in the big, dark hand of one of those big, dark men left no mark, no print. That doesn't seem strange to you.
No.
You were in the habit of wearing rubber gloves at night, Mrs. Jones, you not? To soften, to protect your hands, you not?
I used to.
Used to. When was that?
Before I was married.
And after your marriage, you gave it up.
Yes.
Why?
Mr. Jones did not like the feeling of them.
And you always did everything that Mr. Jones wanted.
I tried to. Anyways, I didn't care anymore. So much. About my hands.
I see. So after your marriage, you never wore the rubber gloves at night anymore?
No.
Mrs. Jones, isn't it true that you began wearing the gloves at night again in spite of your husband's expressed dislike about a year ago? A year ago this spring?
No.
You did not suddenly begin to care particularly for your hands again about a year ago this spring?
No.
You're quite sure of that?
Yes.
Quite sure?
Yes.
Then you did not have in your possession on the night of June 2nd last a pair of rubber gloves?
No.
I would like to introduce these gloves and evidence at this time, Your Honor.
Exhibit 24.
I'll return to those later. Now, Mrs. Jones, this nightgown. You recognize it, don't you?
Yes.
It's yours, isn't it?
Yes.
The one you were wearing the night your husband was murdered, isn't it?
The night he died? Yes.
Not the one you wore underneath your peignoir. I believe that's what you call it. Peignoir. When you received the police? No, the one before that, isn't it?
Yes.
This was found, not where the gloves were found, no. But at the bottom of the soiled clothes hamper in the bathroom, rolled up and wet. Why was it wet, Mrs. Jones?
I tried to wash it.
Wash it? Well, I thought you just sat.
First, I tried to make things clean.
And why did you want to make this clean, as you say?
There was blood on it.
Spattered on it?
Yes.
Well, how did that happen?
The bottle broke in the sharp edge cup.
Oh, the bottle broke in the sharp edge cup.
That's what they told me.
Who told you?
The police. That's what they say happened.
Mrs. Jones, why did you try so desperately to wash this blood away before you called the police?
Your Honor, I object.
Objection overruled.
Why, Mrs. Jones?
I don't know. That's what anybody would have done, wouldn't they?
That depends, doesn't it? Mrs. Jones, when was the first time you saw this?
The night my husband was done away with.
Done away with? You mean killed?
Yes.
Well, then why don't you say killed?
It sounds so brutal.
And you never saw this before then?
No.
You're quite sure of that?
Yes.
And these stones, when did you first see them?
The night my husband was done away with.
Before the night your husband was murdered. Never before then. You never saw these before then?
No.
You're quite sure of that?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones, do you remember about a year ago? A year ago this spring, bringing home to your house a lily. A Chinese water lily.
No, I don't think I do.
You don't remember bringing into your house a lily grown in a bowl full of small stones?
No, I didn't.
Well, I'll show you this bowl, Mrs. Jones. Does that refresh your memory?
I remember the bowl, but I don't remember the lilies.
Oh, you recognize the bowl then?
Yes.
It's yours, isn't it?
It was in my house, yes.
How did it come there?
How did it come there?
Yes, where did you get it?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
You don't remember bringing into your bedroom a bowl filled with small stones, some water, and a lily. You don't remember tending very carefully that lily until it died, and when it died, you don't remember hiding the bowl filled with stones away on the top shelf of your closet and keeping it there until... You don't remember.
No, I don't remember.
You may have done so.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't know anything about all that.
But you do remember the bowl.
It was in my house. You found it in my house.
But you don't remember the lily or the stone.
No, I don't remember.
Under the heavy artillery fire, the state attorney's brilliant cross-questioning, the accused woman was badly rimmed, pale and trembling. She...
Undaunted by the prosecution's machine gun attack, the defendant was able to maintain her position of innocence in the face of rapid-fire questions. Threatened, but not seriously menaced. Flushed but calm, she...
Your Honor, I would like to introduce this paper in evidence at this time.
What is it?
It is an affidavit taken in the state of Guanajuato, Mexico.
Mexico. Your Honor, I object. A Mexican affidavit. Is this the United States of America?
It is properly executed, sworn to before a notary, and certified to by an American consul.
Your Honor, I object. I object. In the name of this great United States of America, I declare between our sacred institutions.
What is the purpose of this document? Who signed it?
It is signed by one Richard Rowe, and its purpose is to refresh the memory of the witness on the point at issue, and incidentally supply a motive for this murder. This cold-blooded and brutal murder.
Objection sustained. Let me see the document. Perfectly regular. Do you offer this affidavit as evidence at this time with the purpose of refreshing the memory of the witness at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may introduce the evidence.
Your Honor, I object. I object to the introduction of this evidence at this time as illegal, irrelevant, immaterial, biased, prejudicial...
Objection overruled.
Exception.
Exception noted. Proceed.
I would like to read the evidence to the jury at this time.
You may proceed.
I object, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Exception.
Noted.
Why is this witness himself not being brought into court so he can be cross-questioned?
The witness is a resident of the Republic of Mexico and as such not subject to subpoena as a witness to this court.
Oh, if he was out of the jurisdiction of this court, then how did you get this affidavit out of him?
This affidavit was taken voluntarily by the deponent in the furtherance of justice.
I suppose you didn't threaten him with extradition on some other trump-top charge.
Order!
Order!
Proceed with the evidence.
In the matter of the state of New York versus Helen Jones, I, Richard Rowe, being of sound
mind, here depose that I know the accused, Helen Jones, and have known her for over a period of 1 year, immediately preceding the date of his signature on this affidavit. That I first met the said Helen Jones in the so-called speakeasy, somewhere in the West 40s in New York City. That on that day, she went with me to my room, also somewhere in the West 40s in New York City, where we had intimate relations. Where I gave her a bowl filled with pebbles containing a flowering lily. That from that day, and 2-night departing to Mexico in the fall, the said Helen Jones was almost a daily visitor to my room.
where we continued to have... What is it, Mrs. Jones? What is it?
No more. No more. Don't read anymore.
Why not?
I did it. I did it.
You confess!
Yes.
You confess you killed your husband.
I put him out of the way. Yes.
Why?
To be free.
To be free? Is that the only reason?
Yes.
If you just wanted to be free, why didn't you divorce him?
Oh, I couldn't do that. I couldn't hurt him like that.
Why? Mrs. Jones? Why?
Your Honor, I ask a reason.
Court's adjourned!
Confession!
I did it, woman cries! Murderous confesses!
Paramore Breeze confession!
I did it, woman cries! Murderous confesses!
Paramore Breeze confession!
I did it, woman cries!
Turn not away thy face from me. In the day when I am in trouble, incline thy ear to me. In what day soever I shall call upon thee, hear me speedily. For my days are vanished like smoke, and my bones are grown dry like fuel for the fire. I am smitten as grass, and my heart is withered, because I forgot to eat my bread. Through the voice of my groaning, my bone hath cleaved to my flesh. I am become like to a pelican of the wilderness. I am like a night raven in the house. I have stood and become as a sparrow, all alone on the housetop. All the day long my enemies reproach me, and they that praise me did swear against me. But thou, O Lord, and rest forever. Thou shalt arise and have mercy. For it is time to have mercy. The time is come. The Lord hath looked upon the earth, that he might hear the groans of them that are in fetters, that he might release the children of...
That dead nigger!
No, don't let her sing. She helps me. Let her sing. You can't hear the father. She helps me.
Don't I help you, daughter?
I understand her. She's condemned. I understand her.
Gratiam tum, quiesmus Domine metibus nostris in funde, ut de angelo nuntiante, Christopher tui, incarnationem cognovimus, per passionem ius et crucem ad resurrectionis gloriam pedecumus, aiudam Christum, Dominum nostrum.
How is she?
Calm.
Quiet.
I'm ready.
Then sit down.
Aren't you the death guard to take me?
No.
We ain't the death guard.
We're the barbers.
The barbers. Your hair must be cut.
Must be shite.
No, no.
Daughter, you're ready. You know you're ready.
No, not for this. Not for this. No, don't touch me. Touch me. No. No, let me submit it. No, this indignity. I will not be submitted. No, leave me alone. Oh my God, never to be left alone. Never to have peace. No, I'm going to die. I won't submit. Never. No.
Listen to me. You will submit, my lady. Right? To the very end. You will submit. There. The neat patch too.
Very neat.
Very neat. Father, why was I born?
I came forth from the Father and have come into the world. I leave the world and go into the Father.
Submit. Submit. Is nothing mine. The hair on my head. The very hair on my head.
Praise God.
Am I never to be let alone, never to have peace? When I'm dead, won't I?
Ye shall indeed drink of my cup.
Tomorrow, won't have peace tomorrow.
I shall raise him up at the last day.
Where shall I be tomorrow, Father?
Behold the hour cometh. He is now come. Ye shall be scattered, every man
In
to his
hell!
own.
Will I be in hell, Father?
I am the resurrection and the life.
Life has been held to me, Father.
Life has been held to you, daughter, because you never knew God. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
How could I know him? He never was around me.
You didn't seek him, daughter. Seek and ye shall find.
I sought something. I was always seeking for something.
What? What were you seeking?
Rest and peace. Will I find it tonight, Father? Will I find it?
Trust in God.
What is that? Father? Sheila, what is that? What is that? Airplane.
God in his heaven.
A man's flying. He has wings, but he's not an angel.
Here's engine.
Hear the engine. He has wings, but he isn't free. I've been free. For one moment on this earth, I've been free. When I did what I did, I was free. Free and not afraid. How is that, Father? How can that be a sin, a mortal sin, for which I must die and go to hell? But it made me free. For one moment, I was free. How is that, Father? Tell me that.
Your sins are forgiven.
And that other sin. The other sin. The sin of love. That's all I know of heaven on earth. How is that, Father? How can that be a sin, a mortal sin? That's all. That's all I know of heaven.
Best Almighty God.
Father, pray for me. I pray that I can't understand.
I will pray for you, daughter. The prayer of desire. Behind the King of Heaven, behold thy Redeemer and God, who is even now coming. Prepare thyself to receive him with love. Invite him with the honor of thy desire. Come, O my Jesus, come to thy soul which desires thee. Before thou givest thyself to me, I desire to give thee my miserable heart. Should thou accept it, and come quickly to take possession of it. Come, my God, hasten, delay no longer. My only and infinite good, my treasure, my life, my paradise, my love, my all. My wish is to receive thee with the love which...
Who's that one?
Your mother.
You go away. Stranger! Stranger, take away. She's never known me. Never known me ever! You go away! You're a stranger! 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 Oh, Mother! Mother!
Come, daughter.
Mother!
Christ have mercy. Lord have mercy. Christ have mercy. Lord hear us. God, the Father of heaven, God the Son, Redeemer of the world, God the Holy Ghost.
What time is it now?
Time now!
Holy Mother of God.
Here they come!
Saint Joseph, Saint John the Baptist, Saint Thomas.
Here they are!
All you holy patriarchs and prophets. Saint Philip, Saint Matthew, Saint Simon, Saint John.
Hallelujah, she looks! She's got a smaller!
All you holy disciples, all you holy innocents. Pray for us.
Suppose the machine doesn't work!
It'll work, it always works!
Take intercession for us. Be merciful. Spare us, O Lord, be merciful. O Lord,
The lips are moving!
deliver us
What is
from all
she
evil.
saying?
Nothing!
From thy wrath, from the snares of the devil, from
Did you see that?
hate,
Put her hair under the cap! Fix her hair under the cap!
hear us, that thou would spare us, that thou would support us. Holy Mary, pray for us.
There!
Somebody! Somebody!
Lord have mercy. Christ have mercy. Lord have mercy.